This week has been a really big week for the outside of the manor, and as you can see behind me, the end of the house is now looking completely different. We have removed the final pieces of white vinyl siding and the fake brick, and we've got a first coat of paint onto the end to seal it for winter. We rented a boom lift for the weekend so we could reach all those really high places that we weren't able to reach with scaffolding or ladders. Our first job was to get all the final pieces of the white vinyl siding off the side of the manor. Once the siding was all gone, we went back up in the boom lift to take off and remove all the fake brick that we'd found underneath the white vinyl siding. So we are right at the top of the house, right underneath the eave of the manor, and we're about to take this fake brick off the side of the house and get it ready for painting. So let the fun begin. I wasn't sure how I would feel being 30 feet up in the air in a small metal basket, but actually it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, and the views were just amazing. The final job was painting, and so back up we went in the boom lift with our rollers and paintbrush. The paint just completely transforms the manor, and what's really interesting is you'll see that at the bottom you can see that the wood panels have a beautiful beveled edge, but at the top it's just plain wood, and so we are going to put the beveled edges back into the wood. Unfortunately that's not something that we can do this year because we're running out of time before the weather changes, so that will be a spring project. You'll also notice the old green door that looks so small on the end of the manor, and that's actually going to go this weekend. We have a beautiful old door that will be replacing that, and that will be put in, so stay tuned next week to see what that looks like. While we had the boom lift, we also wanted to do some work on a couple of the chimneys. And this one, we had tarped last winter to protect it because the bricks were in really, really bad shape. So we went up in the boom lift to have a look and discovered that we really needed to take the chimney down and the bricks down because they were in such bad condition. So that was one of our projects this week, and we slowly took away all the bricks. So we reduced we brought the chimney level right down, and we were then able to seal it and make it weather tight so that we don't have any issues with it this winter. And my favourite chimney has to be this beautiful sandstone chimney on the front of the manor. It's in such great shape, and it was so cool to be able to get up on the boom lift and to be able to see the stone and the workmanship in detail. And so as the weekend came to a close and it was time to take the boom lift back, we had managed to check off our list pretty much all the jobs that we'd planned to do 30 feet up in the air. preparations are moving along for our Christmas market, and we've managed to clear about half of the big room this week. It's taken a bit of work to get all the furniture and everything that was in there placed somewhere else in the manor, but we're getting there, and hopefully next week I'll be able to show you a little bit more about how the booths are going to look, because that space will be completely clear. We now have over 50 people on our wait list, and we want to say thank you to everyone who's put their name down. We know it can be frustrating when you want a place, and it's important to us to ensure your safety and ensure that we're following all the COVID rules. And so that does limit us in terms of numbers, but we will be in touch if and when space becomes available, and hopefully we can squeeze you in. But now that we have almost got that big room and the space cleared, we now can start the fun part, and that's the design and the decorations and making the manor look like a Dickens Christmas. And one of my first projects I'm really excited about, because it's just a little bit unique. It's going to be the first thing that greets you when you come through the door in the hallway here. And it involves this beautiful vintage mannequin that I picked up this week, a roll of chicken wire, and Christmas tree branches. Now, I'm not going to give it all away, because I'm actually going to start working on this project this week. And in our next episode of the Ladysmith Manor Diaries, I will show you what I'm up to. But it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be really fun, and I'm really excited about putting this together because I've never done it before. It's the first time I've ever tried it, but I think it's gonna look really, really great. So I'm gonna get back to work and start unrolling this chicken wire and putting the project together. And I'll see you on our next episode of Ladysmith Manor Diaries, when I'll show you what I'm doing with this.